Hello, 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 ladies. So nice to see you here. Jaki Sabrin, and I wanted to make a training video for you about why you need a tribe and my night out with my ex and his girlfriend. And I'm actually having to do this broadcast on my phone because we don't have any internet at my home. That's why I'm making this broadcast. But right behind you, my computer is starting to go crazy, so I had to turn that off. So let me jump right in. So why, I wanted to make a video about why you need a tribe because I went to Las Vegas last weekend, or the weekend before, and hosted a incredible retreat workshop for my clients. And we had such an incredible time getting to know each other in person, being able to bond in person, giving each other the support that every woman needs, and the container in which to have that support, and also the environment. The environment is so important, your environment and who you're surrounding yourself by, and if they're giving you good positive feedback. And so it's really important, and you can go so much further in life when you have the support of like-minded women that believe in you and you believe in them. I mean, your life just is so much easier when you have that loving support. And I could just see so many friendships were formed over the weekend we spent at the Las Vegas retreat, and everybody's stronger for it, more committed to their path, because those in-person relationships really allow you to get to know a person in a way that you can't when you're just on the phone in the group calls or on one-on-one. And so I really encourage you to look around for your tribe. Who is your community that you want to spend your time with and be supported by, and offer support as well. And so I am going to be inviting you to my next retreat. That's going to be it's going to be in New York City, so it's Love in the City, and that's coming up in October, so be watching for my emails about that. And then what you can do is, those of you who are watching right now and you haven't liked my page or given me a 5-star rating, I would really appreciate it. Facebook watches that, and they allow us to make all these free videos, and I want to keep being able to do that. And so the more I use their platform and I get a positive response, then it's all good. And so thank you for doing that for me if you haven't done so already. And so I want to share something else that happens when you have a great tribe. And hi, Lynn. Nice to see you. Hi, Pamela. Hi, Patty. Hi, Donna. Nice to see you. Maybe. Yeah, that could be for sure next year. I'm doing 4 retreats next year. 4. Because I know that retreats are the way to connect with women. So I'm going to make myself available 4 times a year so that we can go on special trips and hang out and have a great time. And so what I wanted to share with you is a big win one of my clients had that's in my community, my tribe. And it's not only about finding a man. She recently had decided to buy a house. And so in her process of buying a house, if it wasn't for the work that she'd done in her community and the tribe about how to handle her triggers and how to step outside of her comfort zone and how to get the support she needs and to think bigger and to dream bigger, she would not have gone through the motions of buying herself a home. And so because of that space, the container, and the support, she went ahead and bought herself a home, and she's moving into it this weekend. So we're so excited to celebrate that big win for her. And it wasn't, and she had shared with me, it was because of the group and the growth and the work that she's done that's allowed her to live her life in a much bigger way. And so so I just wanted you to look around. If it's not my community, make sure that you are tied into a community where you can get the support that you want and need. And so how many? 5 reasons. So the support, the accountability, that's a big one. It's somebody that knows what you're doing and will keep an eye on you to make sure you keep doing it, because we want you to make progress and see results in your life. So that the accountability is really important. Just showing up is a part of the accountability. And the next piece is the community that you have. I mean, you have how hard is it to meet empowered women that are spiritually based, heart-centered women? It's harder to meet people as we get older, and that's why we're online dating, right? And so to be able to be around other women that are heart-centered, that have the same goals in life, that are supporting you in a very positive way, that is priceless. Okay, it's priceless, and you can have those friends for the rest of your life. A lot of my women that have been in my groups for the last several years are still in touch, still good friends. And so what's another reason? Because it's fun, and because you have a great leader like me, me that can motivate you and excite you and inspire you and entertain you to move forward in your life and to not give up. And that's really important piece too. So I think I named off 5 things, but maybe you ladies watching, you might have some suggestions. And another thing I wanted to talk about, today's my daughter's 23rd birthday, and I'm so excited. We're going out to dinner, and I thought this morning when I was writing my email about talking about why you want to join a community and a tribe, I thought, well, this is a great topic, because a lot of people that get divorced are enemies, or they have a big falling out, or they're not friends, and I would just love to see things change in that department, because if you've decided that you are complete, the relationship's complete, it's over, I don't really see any reason why, no matter what happened, unless it was really abusive, of course, unless there was a lot of physical abuse, anything like that, of course. So these are general statements. So, but I really, really support people staying friends, and not just for the kids, because that's a relationship, and it can be redefined. So the relationship can be redefined. And so it's okay to celebrate holidays and special occasions with your family so that you don't have to lose your family entirely when you go through a divorce or if you lose a loved one. And that's why I'm a big advocate of it. Everybody doesn't have to lose. It can be a win, because you're obviously moving on. You're going to grow and learn something from the experience. But here's the key. Here's the key to making that possible. Really, this is the bottom line. You have to be willing to forgive. The reason why I can go to dinner with my ex and his lovely girlfriend and her daughter and my son and my children's aunt, my ex-husband's sister and my husband, it's because, and I think I left out my son's girlfriend, it's because I've forgiven myself. I'm not identified with everything or anything that happened in the past, so I'm not stuck there thinking about it all the time. So because I've released myself from it by forgiveness. So I've forgiven myself first. So I remove myself from the toxicity left over from the wounds that are caused by divorce and the dysfunction and breakdown that happens when you decide to get a divorce. So basically, forgiveness is a self-protection mechanism. It allows you to remove yourself from the toxicity of what was happening. It doesn't condone or excuse bad behavior. It just allows you to swim away, because as long as you think about that bad behavior, you're stuck to it. And so you're glued to it in a way. And so forgiveness allows you to free yourself without having to say he's right or wrong and I'm right. Basically, there's a law of cause and effect. The universe will take care of, everybody's going to get what they're going to get, or get what they deserve, whatever you want to call it. And so you don't have to worry about that retribution piece. You want to just focus on your own personal healing. And also, I've forgiven my ex-husband, because I want to move on with my life. And I want to be free to live my life fully and not compartmentalize everything. I want to be authentic and transparent through all my relationships, and not just with like some people. And so I don't have any problem going to dinner and enjoying celebrating our daughter's birthday, and including my husband Michael and his family and extended family. And so I hope this inspires you. So forgiveness is really the key to being able to look at the people that you've had relationships with that you're not in a relationship with anymore. If you're still bound to them in some way, like through children, that you can, as long as you're forgiven and you're not identified and thinking about the past, then there's no connection. It's a whole new definition. It's redefining that relationship as a friendship. And there's some boundaries there, of course. And so it just really makes it really wonderful that we can all be together and celebrate my daughter's birthday. And so we won't do this every year. So every now and then we get together and do this special occasions. There's certainly going to be weddings, right? And baby showers and things like that. And I just feel like it's so empowering to be able to include everyone. See, I'm all inclusive. I'm not exclusive. I mean, I like to call my programs exclusive, sure, when you join them, but in terms of the way that I see life, instead of, I had to decline a call, all inclusive, because the mind separates, but the heart unites. So, it's staying in your heart center, and that's why this is possible. If I get into my head, which is wants to tell me, why I shouldn't go or should on me. If I stay out of my head, stay out of judgment, stay out of criticism, stay in my heart center, I can have a fabulous time and not project and not bring up the past. So it's a real test. I've already done this before, so I don't have any triggers, but if I do, I know how to manage them because of the work that I teach. I'll notice that I'm triggered, and then when I get to a safe place like home, I'll process what came up for me, but taking responsibility for how I feel and not blaming anybody else for my feelings, because they're just that. They're my feelings. And if I didn't have the emotional maturity to do that, I wouldn't go and be a part of a group function if I didn't think that I did, because I certainly wouldn't want to create any drama for my daughter, right? So you have to use discernment when you're deciding to do these blended family parties and gatherings. And so I hope that you all work on your triggers and you take responsibility for them, because they show you what's really going on inside with you. Triggers are amazing. I love triggers because they tell you what's happening with you if you have the courage to look at them. And as soon as you become more aware of what triggered you, you can heal it in that moment and move on. Get back in balance, start living your life in a more peaceful, serene way. And you show up with a whole lot more grace and dignity when you can do that. And what a great example that I'm setting for my daughter and my son by being able to demonstrate this in a real world situation. And then I can share that with my clients. So it's an opportunity for me to grow and then lead by example, not by what I say, but what I do, which is the best way to share anything with anyone is not by telling them that they should do it, by just doing it and being that and doing that. And so, hi, Maha. Nice to see you. Hi, Angelina. And so a couple ladies sent in questions. And before I sign off and say goodbye, I just want to answer the question. One of the ladies that sent in a question tonight wanted to know that if the man that she's with, he's paying attention. It looks like things are a go, but he does a few things that bother her, and she's wondering if it's worth sticking around. He walks fast and walks ahead of her, and he monopolizes the conversation. And so what I would say to her is that you need to have better boundaries. You just need to have better communication skills. If this guy is doing a lot of other things and you're feeling like he's showing up with the 3 C's, the caring, and he's consistent, and he's moving in that commitment area by showing you through his actions, I definitely think that it's something that you want to have a conversation with him about. And so as far as walking ahead of you, what I tell my husband is, before we leave, I say, sweetheart, I'm wearing high heels tonight, so we're going to have to walk a little slower, okay? And I just let him know in advance that I need him to walk slower because it's harder for me to walk in the high heels. And he's like, got it. So I communicate what I need. And as far as him monopolizing the conversation, what I would do is gently lean over and put my hand on his arm and say, do you mind if I share something with you? Or, you just have to intervene. And I love the word intervene. Use it. Say, I need to intervene. I need to intervene. I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I would just like to share something with you before we have to go to dinner. Would that be all right? So if you do that enough and you do it kindly, in a very empowered, sweet way, I feel like he's going to listen to you. And if he doesn't, then you need to sit down and have a communication with him. I wouldn't throw a relationship away. You have to try to communicate. And communicating is hard because it takes us out of our comfort zone. So you want to set up a responsible communication. All you have to do is say, hey, do you have a few minutes? I would like to talk about a few things. And he might go, what is it you want to talk about? Because they're all worried. And you just say, just a couple things that are near and dear to my heart about me. There's nothing about you and you did nothing wrong that I wanted to share with you. Is this a good time? And then when he says yes, or maybe we should talk tomorrow, say great. And just say that you love being with him and you're enjoying him and everything that's happening between you. And you just noticed that you feel like that you'd like to share a little bit more with him, but you don't feel like there's an opportunity because he has so much going on. So you're going to have to be very careful how you say that because he might get a little triggered, but maybe the truth sometimes hurts, as we grow. So I really encourage you to to take a breath and get into good communication skills, because that's what relationships are about. It's about fostering good communication skills. If you don't have good communication skills, by definition, you really don't have a relationship, because when things get tough, when they build, if you don't have something established in a way to communicate, then you're never going to be able to tell him the big stuff. These are just little things. You have to train him a little bit more, and you have to start with communicating your needs to him in a way that he can hear you. And the other one was about being too picky. And so when it comes to being too picky, I think, yes, everyone's too picky, men and women. We all get stuck in that picky trap. And what I always want to look back is going back to your ideal man list and your vision, and looking at the top 3 things that you really need in a partner. Not want, need. There's a difference. Like, I really wanted and needed a dependable man. That was important to me. I wanted someone I can depend on, that showed up when he said he was going to. I could count on him doing things without even me asking him. And Michael's that for me. That was the number one thing I loved about Michael when I met him. When he said he would be there, he was there. He followed through on every single count, and he still does. And I need a man in my life that I can depend on. So that was the number one thing. And that helps me to just relax. So that's huge to me. Another one was a man that was willing to communicate. And so when we met, we were dating, I talked to him about this responsible communication. He was really open to it. We started communicating at that level. And that's how we got through the initial, getting to know each other kind of discomfort phase, where you're wanting to share something, but you're not sure how. And so the communication was a big piece. And also for me, it was, and everybody's different. Of course, I wanted someone who was successful and honest, but the golden rules are kind of a given. And the other thing for me was somebody who was athletic, because I like to work out and I want to be active and really active, like with my man. I want to ride bikes. I want to ski. I want to go for walks. I don't want to be limited. So those were things that I needed. Other things that we could develop in the relationship. So you really need to look at what you really need right now in your life, and what you think you need and want you really need to examine them, because it's likely that you have some things on your list you don't really need. And so, a man that will grow with you, that's really an important factor. If you get a man that will grow with you and is open to growth, then you can pretty much grow together and create. Our relationships are co-creation anyway, so you're co-creating. Sorry, Alice, you can't open the page. I don't know what to tell you. I'm on my phone, and so because my internet's out at my house, so all you have to do is go to my Facebook page and watch my videos. They're posted there, and I'm also going to post this on YouTube. So you can jump over to YouTube and watch my videos and subscribe to my channel so you never miss an episode. So after this live broadcast on Facebook, you can go into my Facebook business page and watch all my videos, or you can go over to my YouTube and watch the videos. Either platform works. And so, hi, Doreen, nice to see you. And so I hope that answers your questions and helps. And thank you for wishing my daughter a happy birthday. And so this is what I decided to wear. I'm going to show you something very simple. I'm just going to stand up now so you can see it. If my outfit is, I got to move all these things. So I have a black skirt on. It's not real short. It's right above the knee with a nice conservative, I know this slipped open a little bit, but conservative top, and just a nice big pair of earrings, because you know I love my earrings. Okay, ladies. Thank you for being here as always. I hope you have a beautiful evening, and I'm just sending you so much love. Join my community, like my page, subscribe to my YouTube channel so that we can connect. Bye.